When The Leftovers premiered on HBO in 2014, it didn't light up the world like Lost once did in 2004, but it quietly built a reputation as one of TV's most interesting achievements. Damon Lindelof and original author Tom Perrotta crafted a show that was equal parts surreal, devastating, and tender, anchored by grief rather than cliffhanger. Lost's mystery box formula captivated millions, reshaping what network television could be. But the more it promised answers, the more it cornered itself, leading to one of the most controversial TV show finales of all time. By contrast, The Leftovers was motivated by the opposite. Looking back, the brilliance of The Leftovers becomes even clearer. Lindelof learned from Lost's major flaws and found power not in explaining the inexplicable, but in exploring how people live with it. Lost is great, but The Leftovers is a slightly better TV show. Matthew Fox bleeding out in the jungle with Vincent the dog laying next to him in the Lost series finale. Fans tuned into Lost each week to see Jack, Kate, and Locke, but really to unlock the mysteries within the island itself. The real problem, though, was how every answer spawned two more questions until it snowballed out of control. The writer's room must have looked like the Charlie Kelly boxes full of them, meme frantically trying to connect every thread with an answer. By the end, audiences who had invested years in decoding clues felt burned by the most frustrating unsolved mysteries in Lost. Although I maintain that the show's characters were always more interesting than the mysteries, shows literally live or die on character, I understand the disappointment of those who theorized every week. Lindelof employed the exact opposite direction for The Leftovers, though, leaning into ambiguity and daring audiences to sit with that discomfort. Was the sudden departure supernatural, scientific, or something else entirely? It didn't matter. The show's real focus was Kevin Garvey, Nora Durst, and a community trying to live with an absence they couldn't rationalize. This was an execution of a vision shaped by Lindelof's experience with Lost. Unlike Lost, which invited Reddit-style sleuthing every week, The Leftovers told viewers upfront, don't expect the why. Instead, expect the what now. That difference shifted how audiences engaged and resulted in a more cohesive, slightly better version of Lost. The Leftovers handled its mystery box elements better than Lost. Carrie Coon and Justin Theroux in The Leftovers. Ironically, it made The Leftovers mysteries feel bigger and more profound. A disappearing baby in a stroller, a cult that refuses to speak, or a possible resurrection worked precisely because they were forces of grief, not puzzles to solve. Because The Leftovers ending wasn't framed around puzzle solving, its finale wasn't judged on answers. In its last hour, the show delivered something intimate and haunting, Nora's ambiguous story of traveling to the other side, and Kevin's leap of faith. The man who refused to accept the departure bent the knee and accepted Nora's answer simply for what it was. The Leftovers' approach to its mysteries put less pressure on its ending. Kevin Garvey kneeling down with his hand extended toward Nora Durst, inviting her to dance at an outdoor party in The Leftovers series finale. The Leftovers finale was strangely hopeful and the perfect close to a series built on grief and grace, especially since it was new material that wasn't covered in the book, which only captured season 1. Viewers weren't expecting a Rosetta Stone to explain the departure, they just wanted to see if these characters could find peace. And they did.